yeah. Let's feed the Holy Ghost. And this is serious. I got us, family. Great rising. Peace to the gods and goddesses. If God made us all equal, tell me where your melanin is at. Peace, family. Welcome to PAU Farewell Life University. This session right here will be demonstrating and predicated upon what I like to call planetary existence. This class session will be proving how the earth is a living entity with a soul and is what we can conceptualize as a giant female on the astral plane. Specifically a giant black female. Now with that being said, as you can see upon the board I have for you, Mother Nature. Mother, we know what a mother is. A feminine entity which gives birth. Nature are the laws of the universe, the one true laws which are hermetic and cannot be changed. For example, gravity is a hermetic law. No matter what you do, there will always be gravity. It is a natural law. Nature is the law of God. Following these laws, you follow the laws of the Creator, whatever you wish to address the Creator by. Now, first I'm going to start by showing and proving how the earth has a skeletal, a circulatory, and a respiratory system, as well as a soul, such as the humanoid entity. Now, first I'm going to draw the earth. Right? Earth. Now, I'm going to use orange because I don't believe that yellow might not show up. Orange is symbolic here, family, to the Earth's core. Now, the Earth's core is a miniature sun. So we got the Earth and we got the sun. Now, Earth's core, family, is 6,000 degrees Celsius. The sun surface equals 6,000 degrees Celsius. So the surface of the sun is 6,000 degrees Celsius. The Earth's core, aka a miniature sun, is also 6,000 degrees Celsius. We know that the sun gives off solar energy, as I explained in my video Solar Existence, and the sun gives power to the physical realm. The Earth has its own miniature sun, aka soul, within it, which helps fuel it in its individual basis, along with the help that it gets from the sun within its solar system. So the Earth not only gets its soul from the sun, but it also has its individual soul, which it uses to manifest itself and sustain life, as I'm about to explain right here, family. Okay, I'm going to leave Earth up there. So now, first, before we go into anything, we know that to prove that the Earth has a miniature sun within it, we understand that the sun has an electromagnetic spectrum. And we know that the electromagnetic spectrum are the colors of the rainbow. So this right here, family, what I'm posting up is the temperature of the Earth's core shown under thermal lighting, which I printed off of Google. As you can see, family, this goes from red to orange to yellow to green to baby blue to navy blue to purple. This is the color of the chakras. This is also the color of the electromagnetic spectrum. And this is the temperature from the Earth's core to the Earth's surface being measured under by scientists to detect the thermostat of the Earth. So now we can see that from the Earth's core, family, from the Earth's core all the way to the Earth's surface, it is giving off a heat signature, which is in correlation directly with the colors of the rainbow, which is directly in correlation with the colors of the chakras, which is directly in correlation with the sun's electromagnetic spectrum. So the Earth's individual sun gives off the same exact frequency of light as our solar system's sun. So now, establishing that the planet Earth does have an individual soul, and that the planet Earth does give off the same frequency as the sun. Now we can establish the anatomy of the planet Earth. Now this printed out too small, so I'm going to bring this up to the screen for y'all to see, family. You have within this drawing the Earth's core all the way to the Earth's surface in regards to rocks and oil, mud, silt, and soil. Now as you can see, the rocks are underneath and above the strip of oil. And at the very top layer you have mud, silt, and soil. The rocks are symbolic to the Earth's skeletal system, the bones, and the oil is symbolic to the blood. It's symbolic to the black woman's blood. So comparing to the human being, black woman, the goddess, to the Earth, on a planetary scale, her skeletal system would be the rocks, and her circulatory system would be the oil. So literally the oil of the planet Earth is the blood of the planet Earth. And I'll throw this up here for 1 sec just for y'all to be able to see it. So now we can establish that the rocks are the skeletal system of the planet Earth, and the oil is the circulatory system of the planet Earth. Now next, family, we have to establish that, now that we have established that the Earth, let me correct this and make this neater. Now that we have established that the Earth does indeed have a soul, we have established that it has a soul, which means it has a life force. We have established that it has a skeletal system, a circulatory system, I don't got a number on to spell this all the way. That's that circulatory system. Family, I know it's a little sloppy, but it is what it is. So we understand that the Earth has a soul, a skeletal system, and a circulatory system. But now we understand that anything that has a life force and has an anatomy composed of a skeletal system and a circulatory system, anything that has a circulatory system has a heartbeat, and anything that has a heartbeat has a bodily function of breathing in and breathing out oxygen. So that means the Earth has a respiratory system. Now what is the Earth's respiratory system? Vegetation. Trees. As you can see, family, plants and all vegetation breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen. And I'll be going into this deeper in a minute. Now this tree is symbolic and looks just like what in the black woman? Lungs. These are branches within the lungs of a human being. This is the respiratory of a human being. This is the respiratory of a planet being. So now I'll throw these two images up. Once again, branches within the lungs of a human being, actual tree branches. Respiratory system of a human being, the black woman. Respiratory system of a planet being, the planet Earth. Now, family, that we have established that the Earth has a soul, a life force, a skeletal system, a circulatory system, a respiratory system. Now we have to establish that it has a nervous system. The Earth's nervous system, family, is what we know as latitude and longitude lines. Latitude lines go from left to right or east to west, the same direction as the equator. Longitude lines go from north to south or up and down. Now, take these down real quick. Latitude and longitude lines, family, are very important when it comes to establishing the Earth's nervous system. Why? Because electromagnetic currents from all life on this planet, not just human beings, animals, anything that has a soul, and anything that conducts thoughts or electromagnetic frequencies, communicate with the planet along these lines. Now I'll give you an example. Human. Black human. Right? What happens is, okay, now this is you, and this is the latitude and longitude lines. The way you communicate with the planet Earth is your thoughts shoot from you. They project from your brain and travel and connect to the planet Earth at any one of these latitude and longitude lines depending upon your present location on the planet. So let's just say you live in Egypt. You live at about 33 degrees latitude and longitude. So what will happen is your thoughts will connect with that specific ley line, key line, dragon line, or latitude and longitude lines, because those are just other names for these lines. Once again, ley line, key lines, and dragon lines are just other names for latitude and longitude lines. So your brain, so your thoughts will connect with these latitude and longitude lines, and they will actually travel across the globe to other locations to where they are received, let's say over here, by another human being. This is also a form of telepathy. But now, how is this established? Because, referencing a book by the title Quantum Theology, the exact page and paragraph, I can't get it off cap, but if you get that book and research it, Quantum Theology, that book will establish that the Earth has a radio frequency of 8.7. The human being also has a radio frequency of 8.7. This radio frequency can be detected within the mind when it's quiet in a room, or you're in a setting to where there's not too many vibrations going on, too many vibrational signals or frequencies being picked up by the brain, and you hear that beep sound. That beep sound is actually at a frequency of 8.7. That sound lets you know that you are tuning into the Earth, and it is at that point that your brain vibration is in a powerful state. So now we have established that the Earth has a soul, a skeletal system, a circulatory system, a respiratory system, a nervous system. Now we're going to establish that the planet Earth has chakras. Now remember, family, not only does the miniature sun inside of the Earth give off a heat signature, which is the direct color of the chakras, the direct color of the rainbow, as well as the chronological colors of the electromagnetic spectrum within the sun, which governs our solar system. But upon these latitude and longitude lines, in which I just showed you, family, when you show a flat map of the Earth at specific points on the planet Earth, there are energy vortexes which are most powerful. These are the chakras of the planet Earth, right here. Now we're going to be dealing with the 5th chakra, which is located in Africa, as you can see, right there by Egypt, 33 degrees latitude and longitude lines by the pyramids. And we're going to be dealing with the chakras of the planet Earth. Now let me post this up here. So before I go on, I want to make it known we've established that the Earth has a soul. Oops, excuse me, family. We've established that the Earth has a soul, a skeletal system, a circulatory system, a respiratory system, a nervous system, and it has chakras as well. Now remember, the latitude and longitude lines of the planet Earth is its nervous system. Just like your brain sends signals through electromagnetic currents through the body's nervous system in order to control certain parts, the planet Earth communicates with you, all life on it, as well as itself, through the latitude and longitude lines in order to communicate with you as well as itself. But it also has chakras. With this being a flat map of the Earth, each continent, depending upon a certain degree or location on the latitude and longitude scale, certain energy vortexes are most important because remember the word chakra just means energy vortexes or wheels of light. At certain points on the planet Earth, energy is most powerful. For example, once again, the fifth chakra, which is connected to the throat chakra, is located exactly by the Great Pyramid, the Sphinx, and the mountain of Olives. So now, and if you want to see this, family, all you have to do is go on Google and type in Earth chakras, and this map, as well as other maps, will come up. Now, the rest of these chakras are also titled by their locations as well. For example, the seventh chakra on the Earth, the crown chakra, is in Tibet by Mount Kailash as well, and these other chakras of the Earth are also named and located and specified within this map. But right now we're only going to deal with the fifth chakra in Africa and the motherland. So the fifth chakra, once again, the throat chakra of the planet Earth, is located in a line on a latitude and longitude scale directly with the Great Pyramid, the Sphinx, and the Mountain of Olives. Now, before we go into this, now we've established that the Earth has a soul. We've established that it has a skeletal system, a circulatory system, a respiratory system, a nervous system, and that the Earth also has chakras. Now we can establish that the Earth is alive. It is a living being, a sentient being, and it breathes. Now it breathes and it expounds and projects energy just as the black woman does. So now we have to establish, since we have established that the Earth has a life force, now we have to establish that it breathes in oxygen. So saying that the Earth has a respiratory system is not enough. We have to establish that it is actually inhaling and exhaling in order for it to be alive. So now, how do we establish that? Well, we understand that there are 90 days in each season. There are 4 seasons, which means 4 times 90 equals 360. 360 degrees in a circle. There are 360 days in a year, not 365. That's according to the Gregorian calendar. But now we have to establish that the Earth inhales and exhales. So we know that March is spring. Let me give y'all some more room here, family. We know that March equals spring, June equals summer, September equals fall, and December equals winter. Okay, now why is this important? Because, family, there are 90 days in spring, 90 days in summer, 90 days in fall, and 90 days in winter, all adding up to 360. Spring and summer, the Earth is inhaling. It is breathing in oxygen. It is taking in the life force of the universe. How can you tell? During spring and summer, vegetation grows, fruit grows, all life grows, period, throughout the planet Earth during spring and summer. This is when things are the most healthiest, grass is the most greenest, soil is the most fertilest, animal life is the most abundant, Sunlight is the most abundant, and this is when nature is the most providing to humanity. Now, September and December, aka fall and winter, the earth is exhaling, which means it is letting out the